What's going on, good people of YouTube? It's me, Chavez, back with another MLB player prop video for you. Today's Thursday, August 17th, 2023. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. We'll kick things off by recapping our plays from yesterday. We'll dive into the Prizepicks board to go over a few plays that I like for today. And then we'll spend a few moments over on the Odds Jam Optimizer, just going over some value, trying to figure out what plays to put into a 6-pick flex or a 5-pick flex today, and you'll be able to find that slip over in the free player prop Discord. So if all that sounds good, I encourage you to stick around, drop a like, sub up, and click the notification icon to get notified of all upcoming content and videos from me and the channel. And without further delay, let's get into our plays from yesterday. Okay, I think we made history. I'm really sure we made history yesterday on the channel. Not just with the plays given out, having all of them going over their line, but all of them hit a home run, which I honestly don't believe that's ever happened before. So we did call the home run on Shohei Ohtani. He was our four-bagger swagger call. So if anybody were to hit a home run, we needed it to be Shohei, and he does. But Riley Green goes over his fantasy score with a home run, and then Michael Chavez goes over his base prop of 0.5 with a home run. So it was crazy. I had to check the box scores a few different times to make sure I was looking at the right player, but all three go over lines. They go over with home runs. Easy. And that was a really fun day, very sweat-free day. Here's the slip that we built out, and I provided this slip over in the Discord. Like I mentioned yesterday, we were going to be using our YouTube video plays in a slip, and these were the plays in addition to a couple other plays that I liked. Threw them in a 5-pick. This is the result. Kyle Tucker was the only one to not go with the flow. So Tucker was that dude yesterday. My reasoning for going under Kyle Tucker was simple. He was facing a good strikeout pitcher in Jesus Luzardo, who I expected to have a much better game than 5 earned runs, 7 earned runs, whatever he gave up. And I just thought he could do enough to keep Kyle Tucker's numbers down a little bit. And in his first at bat, Kyle Tucker hits a home run and completely destroys that logic. So we live with that. We have profit in the slip. We did well with our plays. It was a pretty good day, right? I'm happy about it. We move on to a new day with new plays, and we keep this momentum going. Let's transition over to the Prizepicks board, where I have a few plays that I want to share with you today. All right, here we are over on the Prizepicks board. I have a total of 4 plays pulled up. A couple teammates here: Christian Yelich, Tyrone Taylor, Trevor Story, base prop, and then Goldie, hitter fantasy score. So, as always, if you got what you want, I wish you the best of luck. If you want to stick around and listen to me break these down, buckle up, strap in, strap up, whatever, because we are about to get started. Let's start with, I want to start with Christian Yelich, hitter fantasy score, because a couple different reasons here. I like the over on this one. We're going to head over to props.cash, and we'll start breaking this down. Over on props.cash right now. So there was a comment left on yesterday's video about Riley Green and how Riley Green sold the day before, which he did. If you took his fantasy score 2 days ago, he didn't do anything. And I left the comment because one of the best times, in my opinion, to go back to a player, or to go to a player, is after they've let you down. Very rarely do they have back-to-back terrible games, you know. And Riley Green came out and had a good game the next day. You'll notice that we take a player, they don't hit for us, and then the next day they go off, like Lane Thomas goes off the day after, Jose Ramirez. And so I look at the positive regression. Like, a good batter, a good hitter can't stay down for very long. Sometimes they just have a bad game. But if they're in a good spot the next day, don't be afraid to go back to him. So we went back to Riley Green yesterday, and he crushed for us. Now, I bring all that up because Christian Yelich had a terrible game yesterday, 0 for 4 with 1 strikeout versus the Dodgers. And so you look at his number for today, it's at 7. I think that's pretty low for Christian Yelich and what he can do in his upside, his stolen base upside. And so I think this is a good spot to go back to Christian Yelich, or to go to Christian Yelich. But if you played him yesterday, you were very disappointed because he didn't give you anything. It's a good spot to go back to him. Versus Lance Lynn, he has He's had some success, some power numbers, not average. Batting 200 in 15 plate appearances, 2 homers, 4 RBIs, 1 single. Now on the year, Yelich versus righties, that lefty-righty matchup for Yelich has been working out really well. Batting over 300, 13 homers, 26 doubles and triples, and 62 singles. And in terms of RBIs versus righties, he has a total of 55. So very nice numbers here for Christian Yelich. On the other side, Lance Lynn, righty versus lefty, struggling a little bit. 314 batting average versus lefties, 18 homers, 16 doubles and triples, and 49 singles. Let's take a look at what Yelich has done over his last 10 games. So up until yesterday, I mean, he damn near had, 9 games straight of getting at least 1 hit, run, or RBI. But overall, 19 total hits, runs, and RBIs over the last 10 games. No home runs to speak of. But that's okay, especially when a guy's getting that many hits, runs, and RBIs, and he has stolen base upside. So 3 stolen bases over his last 10. That's 15 points right there from stolen bases. Christian Yelich is in a good spot today versus Lance Lynn. Some success versus Lance Lynn, but more success versus right-handed pitching. And again, we want to attack this spot for some positive regression. Yelich is too good of a player, too good of a hitter to go 0 for 4, right? Again, second day in a row. I don't see it happening. So all that being said, gives me the confidence to take the over 7.0 hitter fantasy score for Christian Yelich. That is going to be our first play of the day. All right, let's talk about his teammate, Tyrone Taylor. Now, if you want to put these two in a slip, you can. That's positive correlation here. 0.5 total base prop. I like the over on this one. Let's head over to props.cash and look at this together. All right, so yet another Milwaukee Brewer who has some positive history versus Lance Lynn. Smaller sample size though, 2 plate appearances, 1 triple. A triple will get it done for us today. So 1 triple versus Lance Lynn and 2 plate appearances, no RBIs. Now Tyrone Taylor, this is a righty versus righty matchup. Batting average is a little down, 202, but still, this is what he's done. 3 homers, 4 doubles, and 10 singles versus right-handed bats. And then Lance Lynn, doing a much better job at suppressing batting average versus right-handed bats, but still giving up some power numbers. So 14 homers allowed to right-handed bats, 9 doubles and triples, 37 singles allowed to right-handed bats. Over his last 10 games, we can take a look at what Taylor has done in terms of hits. He has recorded at least 1 hit in 5 of those 10 games. Today we're talking about total bases, which is basically a single. He has a total of 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 13 total bases over his last 10. That does include 2 home runs. So he's hitting with some power. He should see, 3 to 4 at-bats today. There you go. I think that is plenty of opportunity for him to get us 1 single. We took a very similar prop yesterday with Michael Chavez, and he came through in high definition. Flying colors, he went over that line. So looking for similar results today for Tyrone Taylor versus Lance Lynn. Give me the over 0.5 total bases, and that's going to be our second play of the day. All right, so the last 2 plays that I just want to brush over are really batter versus pitcher matchups. Like, these 2 guys are in really prime spots. Paul Goldschmidt versus I think it's Quintana on the mound today for the New York Mets. And then Trevor Story versus Patrick Corbin. We are going to head over to props.cash to look at these and look at what they've done in their career versus these pitchers. All right, here we are over on props.cash. Historical matchups feature. First 2 right off the bat, we're looking at Trevor Story and we're looking at Paul Goldschmidt. Now, I do have this filtered out by home runs. So Trevor Story versus Patrick Corbin in his career, 36 plate appearances. He has 10 hits, 3 doubles, 3 singles, 1 triple, 3 homers, 6 RBIs. Does have 10 strikeouts, but 6 walks. On base percentage, well over 1,000 and 800 slugging percentage. He's hit for the cycle versus Patrick Corbin. You don't see that very often, to have a double, triple, single home run. So Trevor Story's been putting in work, although he does have a lot of plate appearances versus Corbin. So that is one prop you can look at, is Trevor Story over his total bases. Obviously, everything except for the single would get him over that, a double, triple home run. And then let's look at Paul Goldschmidt. Now, this one, he has fewer at-bats, but more hits. extremely high average, just as many home runs, and double the RBIs as Trevor Story has versus Patrick Corbin. So in his career versus Jose Quintana, 11 hits, 5 singles, 3 doubles, 3 homers, 11 RBIs, 1 walk, but just 2 strikeouts. So even when Paul Goldschmidt's not getting on base, he's not striking out. He's putting the ball in play, which you want to put the ball in play. You know, if you strike out, there's not much that can happen. After that, you just walk your ass back to the dugout. But if you put the ball in play, a lot of things can happen. So 640 average here, and a 1900 on base percentage and a 1300 slug percentage. These are insane numbers. These are MLB The Show numbers, right? So these are the 2 top batter versus pitcher, pitcher versus batter matchups that are on this list, but the ones I like the most. These are my top 2. And when we head over to Prizepicks, sometimes you look at these batter versus pitcher matchups and there is not a prop available for that guy over on Prizepicks. Well, there just happens to be quite a few props available for us. So if we look at Paul Goldschmidt, you do have the option to take the over or under on any of these plays, but based on his history versus Quintana, I'll be looking at the over. So over hitter fantasy, you can take the over on total bases. You can take the over on his runs. In terms of Trevor Story, I want to say that the only prop that was available to us was his total bases. So yeah, you're stuck with that one. But again, double, triple home run gets them over total bases. So those are my 2 favorite pitcher versus batter, batter versus pitcher matchups on the day. And that's going to round out our 4 plays for this video. Goldie, Trevor Story, Christian Yelich, and Tyrone Taylor. All right, here we are over on the OddsJam Optimizer. Last but not least, let's refresh this. Let me just show you the value that you see. Let me just show you the value that's available to you on this optimizer. If you are interested in using this optimizer for your own use, your own research, be sure to use promo code Chavez. Get 20% off your first month just by using promo code Chavez. Now, I did build out a slip yesterday using the optimizer. Plays taken right off the optimizer, doubled that up, had a 2x on that one. That slip was given out in the Discord, as well as my slip using the plays from yesterday's video, which you saw earlier today in the recap. So slips being provided to the Discord and plays being taken right off the optimizer, and we are winning and making a little money. So here's what we got going on in terms of our value. We're all over the place. Get comfortable playing different sports. Don't just look at MLB. Don't just look at a short day like today and say there's not anything going on. There's tons going on. Just got to get comfortable playing things outside of Major League Baseball and WNBA and all the major games. So you got a little soccer at the top here. You got some esports. We got a Angel Zerpa strikeout prop, like the under on, and it goes on and on and on. WNBA. So remember, we're looking for green. We're looking for above 54.3% chance to hit. And you can see, so what we need, minus 119 odds here. We need anything over that. Anything over that is viable for a 6-pick flex. I'll be building out a 6-pick flex using plays taken strictly from the optimizer. I will be providing that in the Discord today. So if you are interested in checking that out or even tailing that slip, be sure to join the free player prop Discord. You can find that link in the description of this video. All right, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by the channel. That's going to do it for today's video. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you like on the board, as well as your thoughts on these plays. As always, appreciate the support and helping this channel get a bit bigger every single day. Best of luck to you all should you tail any of these plays. And until tomorrow's MLB player prop video, Chavez is out.